so I'ma live it how I wanna live. Yeah, time for me to glow, you know I'm glowing big.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Legion of Nerds. I'm Chuck.
And I'm Brandy.
I'm Brian.
Today, coming with our retrospective for 2014's John Wick. And can y'all believe it's been 10 years? 11, almost 11 now. I mean, I know they've put out 4 movies and the TV show, and the new one drops this year, but
still,
it does not seem like it's been that long.
It feels like it's been a week.
It does not feel like it's been long.
No, not 10 years.
No. It surprised me because we got to talking about movies, and we got that 10-year little bubble that we like to stick to. And yes, it did, and couldn't pass it up. Just had to. No. Directed by Chad Stahelski, which him and Keanu Reeves, like it was a bunch of people back from The Matrix.
Yes,
it's pretty much is what it was, like behind the scenes, in front of the camera. The stunt team and the production team was 8711 on this one, which turned into 87 North, which is one of my favorite production companies. The Violent Night and Nobody and all them.
The Fall Guy.
I know, but I love that movie.
You know what? Until you watch it, you cannot wait.
I know. I understand your about Gosling.
Yeah,
it's cool. Like, but I like the movie. I thought it was good. Like they stuff for me. They put out. You know, I like.
One day I'll probably break down and watch it, but
yeah, it's worth at least one watch. I promise.
That's what I'm saying. It'll probably be a watch. It'll be
right.
All
right. To each their own. Like they haven't really put out like Love Hurts comes out this month, and they did it.
Yes.
That's all. John Wick. That's all I gotta say. All the John Wick movies. Nobody, Love Hurts, Violent Night. I know I'm missing some in there for sure, but those for sure.
That's still a good lineup.
Yeah, this is like at the beginning of all this. Like, they still had a name change to go through.
Yes.
Because it was 8711 back when this movie dropped. Man, and if y'all haven't seen those movies, like go.
Yes.
Like it's hyper realized. The stunts are fabulous and fantastic. It's all action. Like great movies. Man. Oh, yeah. And of course, starring Keanu Reeves. Of course, we done mentioned him. And Ian McShane from Deadwood. Is
good combination.
Right. As Winston.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an awesome actor anyway. No matter what role he plays, even if it's a little role, that character stands out just because of his presence.
I agree. Actor. I agree completely. You ever watch Deadwood?
No, I watched. Then I forget it. The American Gods.
Oh yeah.
Dude, he was awesome.
Yes. And like you said, anything and everything. Ian McShane, I love Ian McShane. See, he played Al Swearingen in Deadwood, and Deadwood's one of my favorite shows ever. And he is probably my favorite character. Like it's hard saying he's not,
because he does pick good characters.
Yes, and the Green Goblin. Yes, and the Green Goblin's in this movie. Right. Willem Dafoe, like anything he's in.
Yes,
like, I'm down.
That's another great actor.
Oh, really?
I know I haven't watched. Look, we were watching it earlier, and he pulled out the gun, and I was like, "Oh yeah, he's in that movie too." Boondock Saints.
Yes.
And I have never watched Boondock Saints.
We will rectify that situation.
We're gonna have to, because again, that's the classic.
Right.
It's Norman Reedus and Willem Dafoe.
And old Sean Patrick Flannery or whatever his name is. Yeah. I know Ricky and Stu been on me for years to get me to watch this movie.
It's got a good lineup.
Right.
Great lineup.
Right. They said try to stay away from the sequel, but the first one was fantastic.
Yes.
We had that conversation. I mean, to me, the sequel wasn't as good as the first one, but yeah, it had that comic relief, though. I mean,
right.
Yeah, my favorite man is still that little Mexican. I showed you him and everything.
And go ahead.
I was going with you.
Adrienne Palicki. She played Perkins. She was always breaking the rules.
She played some good movies.
Yes, she was Mockingbird in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
That was one of my favorites. She was Sam's girlfriend at the beginning of Supernatural.
Yes.
She's really
Another one of your favorites.
Yes. Like she's always showing up in some of my favorite stuff. I can't help it. John Leguizamo. Like some people, they love this part.
Yes.
Here's one right here. She loves this role that he plays in the John Wick universe.
Well, again, another person who just about almost every role he plays is a standout character.
Yes. Violator. That's right. It was released October 24th, 2014. They made it on a $20 million budget.
And it made some money.
Like 86 million back.
Some?
Yeah, 86 million. Enough that it burst a franchise pretty much.
And that's exactly what it did.
That's right. 86% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is a fabulous score.
Yes. Certified fresh.
That's right. 68 out of 100 on Metacritic, which is a good score too. Like for Metacritic.
Yeah.
Like it's not critically acclaimed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an action movie, but for what it is, it's on point. Like we'll talk about it here in a minute. About how it's on point about a lot of things.
Yes.
And of course, the movie's about the legendary assassin John Wick, who, that's right, Baba Yaga, who has retired and got married, and his wife has just passed, and he got a gift from her, which was a dog, a puppy.
So he wouldn't have to grieve alone.
That's right. And, like I said, when it was instant attachment.
Yep.
And then these idiot Russian gangsters think that they're something and come along and kill his dog, take his car. Like, like even bashed in the other car, which was her vehicle.
Yes.
Like his wife's vehicle.
So he took the bus.
He did. He took the bus and unleashed the Baba Yaga on the rest of the rest of the movie.
Yep.
No. He unleashed the man you sent to kill the Baba Yaga.
That's right.
True.
With the fucking pencil. That's right. And in later ones, we'll talk about it too, where he does kill people with pencils.
He does.
All right, where we always start. Do you know how you came across John Wick?
It was definitely not in the theater. I wish it would have been. Would have been a much more immersive experience.
Right.
It was probably about a year after it released. Well, when the second one was about to come out.
Right.
Because, if there's a second one, the first one had to be good.
Right.
So,
That's true.
sat down and watched it with a group of friends and fell in love.
Right. Yes. John Wick.
Such respect in this movie.
There is.
True.
For movie making, for all kind of things.
For the action, just all of it, it was more realistic.
It was. Like, as much as it's a hyper-realized world,
Yes.
Yes. Do you know how you first came across? Do you remember how you first came across John Wick?
Watched it with the kids.
Yeah.
Yep, it was one of them. It was a movie night. I can't remember if we rented it or what we did with it, but I know it was, we were all sitting on the bed. All 5 of them sons of bitches.
That's right.
Yep, but yeah, we watched it and me and the boys fell in love. Yeah, the boys that night, man, were just all over the place.
Right.
But you know how boys get.
Oh, yes.
Getting worked up on an action movie, man. Next thing you know, they're running through the house, putting holes in your walls again.
Yes. Trying to be John Wick.
Trying to put your brother in a lock hole.
Let's get real. We
Brother
know
starts
it
crying.
wasn't just the boys.
That's true. That's true.
Love you, girls.
That's right.
That is true.
I myself did not watch it initially. It was kind of like her. Like they announced the second one, so I was like, well, hell, might as well give it a chance. and made the trip to Walmart and bought it and come back home and sat down, smoked, and watched it. And of course loved it.
Of course.
I can't believe that I waited as long as I did to watch it.
Yes.
I was so mad.
Well, I agree with her.
I agree.
I agree with her on that one. John Wick should have been watched in a movie theater.
Oh, yes. Wait till we get to the later ones where I did go to the movie theater because of
I did.
watching. Yeah.
The second one I did.
Yeah. And yes, it is very much. If you get the opportunity to watch John Wick in the movie theater, take it. Yes. Initial thoughts and a grade from you?
It would be an A-.
Yes.
And my initial thoughts are, I absolutely love how much respect is paid to gun safety in this movie. Like, it is one of the biggest things that I love about it.
Right.
And the fact that he never shoots too many rounds.
Right. He's all about
Accuracy. Save your money.
Save time, money, like everything. Only what you need, like go for the head each time. He was shooting people like upstairs, downstairs in the head, just to make sure they went down.
Yep.
Like,
What? That's the easiest way to drop somebody.
yes.
And he tried not to spend no more than 3 bullets on each person.
Yeah. No. Twice in the body and one in the head if he had to.
But it was always in the head.
That's right. Always one in the head.
Didn't matter if you fell 4 stories. When you got to the bottom, you were getting one in the head.
That's right. Your initial thoughts and a grade?
Loved the movie. It was an A.
Yeah.
Solid A.
Yeah.
Solid A. But yeah, it's an all around good action flick. It was, like I said earlier, I mean, to me, The Matrix was one thing, but the John Wick franchise is what actually settled him as an action star.
Right.
I mean, everybody said it was Matrix did it all right. You gotta give it credit where the credit's due. I mean, The Matrix was a badass movie, but John Wick actually sunk Keanu as an action movie star. Hate to put him in that category, but Tom Cruise, dude.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise
immerses himself in it.
And that's what you have to do, and that's what Keanu did.
He did. He really did.
Yes.
Have you watched the behind the scenes where he's like with the guns and he's driving? Like, he did a lot of the stunts on his own, and the gun, like he can handle the guns, like you see him handling the guns. That's not fake. Like he's really doing this, right?
Go ahead.
No. My initial thoughts is I love the movie. It's great. Like I don't think you could have found a better crew to do this movie.
No.
Like if anybody else, like any of the other movies, like Violent Night and Nobody, if somebody else would have done it, it wouldn't have been the same.
No, it wouldn't have been.
And it just wouldn't have been in somebody else's hands. It would have just been some generic action movie. But the people behind the scenes and with Keanu and them, it all together, it meshed.
Yes.
It did.
It come together in this perfect action, revenge, like, and this fabulous underground world that everybody wanted to know about afterwards, like with the Continental and the assassins, and then when it moves up later on to the table and all them,
Started sparking more interest, so people were more like, huh? What? Oh, you guys got me intrigued. The story's awesome, because it is an awesome story.
Yes.
Give me all the lore.
Yes. And I'm down all the lore. And it is an A for me. Straight A. Man, I really can't think of much that they could have done a little better. Like, because from the beginning, they show you he's attached to the dog.
Yep.
And then they punch in the gut and take the dog away. And
that's why it gets an A-.
because they killed the dog.
Because they killed the dog. That's the only reason.
Well,
it's understandable.
It is. Like, some people just can't. No, they won't forgive it.
Yep.
That poor baby.
I know.
Poor Daisy.
Yeah. And after they left, that dog drug itself over there to John and had to die beside John. Like, it was wild.
Yeah, that's what made it the hardest part of the movie. Yeah, that was the hard part right there. Is that dog, the poor little puppy, crawled all the way over there and died right next to him.
Yes.
And that was like, oh.
Yeah, and John wasn't having it.
No.
It just wasn't. No. Man, and of course he goes and finds out what's happening. Of course, he tracks the car.
He knew exactly where the car was.
He did. John Leguizamo done knocked up Vigo's kid upside his head.
That was a good
I
part.
heard you struck my son. Yes, sir, I did. Yes,
What he did.
That's right.
He
Well, sir.
stole John Wick's car and killed his dog.
Oh. And like I've said all damn day, the movie, that's the movie. Oh. Like everybody's like, oh. Like the whole movie's oh.
Once the realization hits, they have awoken the boogeyman.
Yes.
Yep. And everybody says the same word.
Yeah, they're just like, oh. Are you still working, John? Are you working again, John?
No, just sorting some things out.
That's right. I'm just visiting.
You know, just sightseeing a little bit.
That's right. But by the end, he was back. You know what? I'm back. Like John Wick is back.
Yes, he was. He is.
Yes, the movie's fantastic. It just really is. The stunts and what you were talking about, the gunplay. They don't like
Play it.
Yes, like when it's time to reload with any gun he has, it is the proper amount of bullets, and he has to reload. If he has to reload before, if he has to deal with somebody, he will hit you with the gun or take you down, but he is automatically reloading and coming back after you.
And that was one of the things that it also mentioned, that he's got the habit. I mean, he always looking down the barrel of his gun to make sure if it's empty or.
That's right.
See, that was one of the things that a lot of people keyed in on that movie. The simple fact that the gun control. He's always checking, doing,
Yes, everything.
He has gone through some serious training.
Yes.
Combat training.
Yes. And a lot of people want some of that prequel stuff, but it's all good. You can just keep giving me what's happening. I'm cool with learning some lore, but I don't want
Just
de-aged.
Lace it into the current movies, though.
Right. I don't want no de-aged Keanu Reeves for the whole movie running around like 70-year-old Samuel Jackson did and Captain Marvel. Like, I like Captain Marvel, but you could tell that he was old.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't in the 90s.
You can tell by the way old people run a certain way.
The way he swings, like when he was swinging, it didn't look like it. No, it didn't.
A little slow.
Yeah. Well, you have a favorite part?
I do.
What's your favorite part?
It starts when he pulls into the garage with John Wick's car, and he gets slapped. And then he calls and he's like, dude, he stole John Wick's car. And
right.
And then you get the same scene with the son and the dad.
Yes.
Because he's not the boogeyman. He's the man we send to kill the fucking boogeyman.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, even his son was like, oh. Yeah, he knows. Like
that's probably my favorite.
Right. It was great. Oh. Like, I love that. It sums up all the movies.
It does.
Like, both of them. Oh.
Are you working? Oh.
What's your favorite part?
There's too many of them.
I know, it's hard. It really is hard.
I mean, like, literally, because, like you said, you got the bathhouse scene, you got the church scene. I mean, even in the fight in the Continental in his bedroom.
Yeah, with Perkins.
Yeah, with Perkins. I mean, the list just goes on. I mean, but that whole movie, that's what it's supposed to do. From the get-go, it's supposed to just be one of those,
Yes.
And so, yeah, pretty much that whole movie.
Yeah, you push the gas pedal and don't let up to the end.
I mean, they get me right with the car right off the bat anyway, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's a pretty Mustang.
It was. It fucking was.
And then this is.
Yeah. It's great.
But I Yeah, it's just like the kid action movie in me just saying,
Yeah, the whole time. Mom, get him.
we love this movie.
What's your favorite part?
The whole red circle scene where it starts in the bathhouse. You know, it starts with
Yes.
Kevin Nash, actually.
Yes.
Standing
It
outside
does.
talking about, why don't you take the night off? And he's like,
Like,
thanks.
thank you.
He's like, thank you.
sir.
That's right. I'm going to go take the night off.
Like he's the boss.
Right. Because he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's the boss of his life at the moment. Like he knows if he don't, it's time. He's probably gonna meet his maker. He goes through and takes them all out. He fights, and fights the dude up top, the dude from the other Matrix, the Matrix sequels, the one we were talking about that we've seen in a bunch of the Kung Fu movies.
Yep, the old Kung Fu movies we grew up with.
Yes. It was great seeing the Keymaster in here too, by
Yes.
the way. But through this whole bathhouse, through the club, getting thrown off the balcony, like all of that. When he was shooting to the beat, to the fucking music playing, it was great. I love that whole sequence. Like you were saying though, it's hard to choose. Because I really like when he comes, Vigo comes to the realization that there's nothing he's going to be able to do to save his son. Like he knows that he has all these resources, and he knows that he's about to throw it all at John Wick, but he also knows
It ain't gonna help.
it's not going to do any good.
None.
Right. And yeah, it really is a fantastic movie.
Yes.
Like, inside and out.
Franchise.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And we'll get on to the other ones.
Yeah.
For sure. Because in the second one, he goes back after his car.
It's the uncle.
They shouldn't have took
Yes.
the car.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, that was part of it. Like, he got a new dog. It's time to get his car back.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful baby at the end. Beautiful baby at the beginning.
That's right. Well, any final thoughts?
I think we've covered everything.
We
for me.
have.
It's just an all-around fantastic
Yes.
experience.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It's just a good movie to sit down and watch.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what mood you're in.
Yes, because we've been talking about John Wick all week, and she's been like, "We're gonna watch Wick. Let's just watch it, and then we're gonna watch it again." And of course, I'm down.
Hey, it's still a good movie. I mean, you want to get a man stuck in a seat for a while, put John Wick in.
Oh yes, John Wick. Everybody loves John Wick.
Yes.
My kids love John Wick too. Like the boys do anyway. Jonathan came along later on, but Ryan, we went to the movie theater together and watched the rest of those Wick movies. Me and Ryan. But yeah, Jonathan came along 2 or 3 movies in, but now he loves them, and he's so ready for Ballerina coming this year too. It is. Yes, with Anna de Armas.
Anna de Armas, yes, sir.
Yes, and KEANU for a few minutes
Yes.
in the movie.
And Winston.
Yes, Winston is. That's right. So, A minus,
A minus.
solid A,
Very solid.
straight A, and go see it. Like A's all
Definitely.
around from the Legion.
Go see it.
That's right.
If you haven't, you need to see it.
Yes, I don't know why you sit here and listen to us talk this long. You should have already seen it.
You should have been playing it while you were listening to
Yes,
us.
because man, this is so good. It's so good of a movie.
It is.
Man. All right, y'all. If you like what we do here, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. Make sure you hit that little bell so you get all the nerdy goodness.
Ding ding.
That's right. I've been Chuck.
And I've been Brandy.
I'm Brian.
John Wick. We're the Legion of Nerds. Don't have too much fun.
Because he stole John Wick's car, sir, and killed his dog.